And Safiyyah bint Huyay qalat. It was reported from Safiyyah bint Huyay, who said Safiyyah was the wife of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She was a Jew and she became Muslim. Very important sahabiyah. She's al-Mu'mineen. She's one of the mothers of the believers. Very important wife of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She's the one who narrated that her father and her uncle believed in the Prophet. When I say believe, acknowledged the fact that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a prophet, but vowed to fight against him anyway. She narrated that when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam first came into Medina. كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم متكفا فأتيته أزوره ليلا فحدثته ثم قمت لأنقلب فقام معي ليقلبني. She said that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was in i'tikaf. He was in seclusion in the masjid that we do during the last 10 days of Ramadan, inshallah. And soon, inshallah, we will be able to do the same thing, do i'tikaf in Masjid Uthman ibn Fudio, inshallah. Another sunnah that we need to revive. Seclude ourselves in the masjid during the last 10 days of Ramadan. And not play with it like people do during this day. They do i'tikaf in the masjid and then they go to the store, buy some potato chips, and they go home and they talk on the cell phone and they don't read the Quran, they do all kind of stuff during i'tikaf. And so she visited him one night. And after speaking with him for some time, she stood up to leave, and then he stood up to leave to escort her back. Then the narration says, وَكَانَ مَسْكَنُهَا فِي دَارِ Usama ibn Zayd. And at the time she was staying in the house of Usama ibn Zayd. فَمَرَّ رَجُلَانِ مِنَ الْأَنصَارِ. And then two men from the Ansar passed by. We passed by two men from the Ansar. فَلَمَّا رَأَيَ نَبِيَّ صَلَى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ أَسْرَعَ. And they saw, these two men from amongst the Ansar, saw the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and began to speed up. They began to walk faster. فَقَالَ النَّبِيُّ صَلَى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ عَلَى رِسْلِكُمَا. Slow down. Slow down. Walk calmly. إِنَّهَا Safiyyah bint Huyay. Verily, this is Safiyyah bint Huyay. In other words, this is my wife, Safiyyah bint Huyay. فَقَالَ سُبْحَانَ اللَّهِ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. They said, glorified be Allah, Ya Rasulullah. In other words, how perfect is Allah? We wasn't thinking nothing. قَالَ إِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ يَجْرِي مِنَ الْإِنسَانِ مَجْرَى دَمٍ وَإِنَّ خَشِيتُ أَنْ يَقْذِفَ فِي قُلُوبِكُمَا شَرًّا أَوْ قَالَ شَيْئًا. He said, verily Shaitan circulates among people in the same way that blood circulates.